Welcome back, everyone. So, a few complex terms in there, but apparently, as the author assures us, if we don't understand the complex terms fully, we can still understand the general point of the article. So, the main player concerned is a woman called Gina Champion-Cain. Champion. Sounds like a great name. Didn't go so well. So, she started off simply as a restaurateur. She'd made a number of really popular restaurants. A lot of people gave positive reviews and said great stuff about her locations, but they weren't turning a profit. So to cover the deficit, she tried to recoup some of the money by encouraging people to invest or to lend her money with the promise of a high rate of interest upon money return. So she covered the cost of her restaurant using this scheme, and it went quite well for a while. She said she only intended to loan, I think it was about $300,000. $600,000. I think so. But by the end, she had amassed something in the millions of dollars. She'd borrowed an awful lot, and of course, she had absolutely no way to pay it back. So eventually, the police caught up with what she was doing, and unfortunately, she went to prison for that for 15 years. Whether or not she intended really for it to get this far or to get out of hand doesn't seem to matter really to the court. She still caused a lot of people a lot of damage. Some of the money was recovered, so some of the creditors were paid back, but not all of them. Not a lot of them. So, sad for those people who were cheated out of their money.
Exactly. Getting bilked out of your money is not a fun anytime, whether you realize it or not. I'm glad that it was recouped in the end.
For some.
And I guess, I don't know if that's much of an excuse to kind of say that, I didn't intend to borrow this much. Please, it seems
Surely
a bit
they all
feeble.
say that, right?
So I didn't mean to do this, Well, I don't know. That's the thing. What I was always impressed at, maybe impressed is the wrong word, shocked in a way. A lot of Korean suspects confess in a way that's very obvious. I did it and this is why. I'm like, in America, they never say they did it or why. That's up for the police to find out. They're just like, I didn't do that. I'm a good person. I didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. And the police are like, no, you did it because of this.
And even after conviction, they still continue denying it.
Exactly. And in Korea, they're like, I did it. And this is why I did it. And they're so calm about it. Like, sorry about that. I was like, what?
Well, honesty, that's got to be complimented.
Still go to jail, though. I hope.
What do you think the author means by the American dream? What is the American dream?
I think the American dream is based on capitalism. Of course, the dream includes that big old house with the fence, and you have your dog, your partner with some children, and you've gone from nothing to successful. But in the end, it is based on capitalism. You go from that sort of nothing in money to that something in money. You go from that, someone born in a family to someone who's successfully running several restaurants that are, making a lot of money. And that American dream is what people really want to pursue. And sometimes they pursue it in any way they can, whether legal or illegal. Just watching a show about how someone achieved part of the American dream by selling a Dorito that was puffed. Of course,
one
Dorito that was puffed instead of flat, and they sold it, I think, for over $90,000, $60,000 or $90,000. Those get flipped in my mind sometimes, but still,
that's legal.
A good amount of money.
That's
it
legal.
Is legal.
Yeah.
It is legal. It was completely legal business because it was a real chip. It wasn't a scam. Wow.
So if Gina had just put more energy into making her restaurants actually profitable rather than figuring out this Ponzi scheme, it could have been okay. So in the article, it says the restaurant was popular. So if a restaurant is popular, why wasn't it profitable?
This question might have stumped me before moving to Korea. And then I moved here and I realized if you have an extremely successful restaurant in Gangnam, you'll have to move or you will go out of business.
Ah, okay.
Rent is high. The cost of living is high. Every cost associated with being in Gangnam is so high that even if you have max patrons coming in and out every single day, you might not make enough money to cover those costs, which is insane, which is why people get successful here and then move to another place.
I see. I see.
So I think it might have been something like that. Rent was high, these issues were there, or she might have been taking the money, we don't know.
I guess, yeah, maybe if you're not keeping good books and the money is sort of slipping out.
It's like, I'll take a movie, or I'll watch this, or I'll do that. I'll get my Starbucks every day.
Oh.
Have my avocado toast.
That's for another article. But anyway, so we'll give you a chance to go down and check out the vocab section. Some really useful stuff in there, especially if you are into accounting, economics, finance, stuff like that. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Recoup.
Recoup.
Concoct.
Concoct.
Escrow.
Escrow.
Collateral.
Collateral.
Feeble.
Feeble.